As a teacher, I have full control over what users are in my class. I can select those from the User tab. I can search for users here and add them to the class. Or I can remove them again. I can add new groups that I can use later on, for instance, when scheduling tests or when assigning homework to students. In the course material tab of my class, I can select which chapters I show in my class. For instance, if I want this whole course advanced calculus, or maybe just one single chapter numbers, I can drag and drop it to the left-hand side and it will open up here. From within this course structure, I can rename items. I can show and hide items, and I can also lock items so that it's visible to students that it's there but not yet accessible. I can do that for every level, so I can do it for a chapter, a subchapter, also for theory pages and for packages. Packages can also be previewed to see what's in there. You can also view exercises by clicking on the magnify glass to have a preview. You can also schedule tests, both normal tests, but also formative and summative tests and diagnostic tests. Just click New Test, and there are 3 test sources available. Exams must be made from the authoring environment, but you can also create tests just from the course material that is available in this chapter. So let's do that, and I'll create different sections for the diagnosis part. So I'll add section 1 and section 2, and I'll add integers to section 1, and I'll call this section integers as well. And let's add a different topic, say fractions, to section 2. Now, if I don't want all 5 exercises in this section, I can choose to filter them, and it will, for instance, if I put a 3 in here, it will pick 3 out of these 5 randomly for each student every time a test is being generated. Another option you can do per section is that you can shuffle them. Right now the order is fixed, but you can choose to shuffle the exercises within a section. You can set language availability on test level. So if I would only enable it for English, the system will always switch back to English once a student takes this test. You can set a start and ending time for the test. Give the test a name. You can give information to your students before and after the test. You can add a message afterwards in the test that can be based on the score. Then if you make the test available, you can set the number of attempts, durations in minutes, and a whole lot of other settings. But for the diagnosis part, if you also want that those results to go back to the student, you can enable view results by section. That way, if students review the test, they will get to see their score not just on total, but they will see the score per section. So they will get a score based on integers and a score on fractions. That's it. I'm now ready with the test scheduling, and I can take the test as a student. Let's do that quickly. Look for a simple exercise. And let's submit the test. I chose as a teacher to not release the test immediately So I'll have to do that manually now so that I can still regrade it. If I want to, I already see that score per question here, per section. If I want to, I can regrade the test, maybe give some points here. I can use the quick grading option here to give 25%. And then if I'm all done, I can release the test to my students. And then as a student, I can get to see my diagnosis per section.